Hey everyone, in the news this week, there was more nonsense after the Scottish government had to deny that it was planning to ban cats for environmental reasons. Although personally I'm all for the ban, assuming that it mean the awful Cats film with James Corden in it. Grenfell Tower was back in the news after Angela Rayner said it would finally be demolished. This is 8 years after the fire, although I imagine that Angela spent some of that time checking with lawyers about whether she'd be allowed to personally buy on expenses and sublet the place out. And there was more trolling from Donald Trump after he proposed taking over the Gaza Strip and converting it into a Florida-style Riviera of condominiums, hotels and golf courses. Trump famously loved golf, so I can't help but wonder if he misunderstood what the military advisors meant by a series of bunkers in the Gaza Strip. Also in America, the number of genders hit a 10-year low after a number of executive orders were passed preventing men from dressing up and competing in women's sports, amongst other things. Compare contrast, of course, to the UK, where the, quote, Science Museum was in the news after an exhibit informing visitors that apparently Lego is institutionally homophobic on the basis that it clicks together with male and female connectors, which are apparently, quote, heteronormative and encourage bias in children. Although strangely they didn't mention this in the section about electricity and how plugs work. It was also a busy week in America, though, after the DOGE, or Department of Government Efficiency, continued to take a hatchet to wasteful government spending, offering almost all government workers a choice of redundancy payments or an end to working from home, which of course is designed as an excuse to eliminate tens of thousands of unnecessary jobs. There's now talk about doing a full audit of spending by the IRS, and it's worth remembering that the Democrats opposed to that are the same people that wanted the IRS to hire 87,000 more agents to audit the taxpayer. There was also the cuts to overseas aid, which flagged up a smorgasbord of waste. It turned out the taxpayers had funded a $45 million DEI program in Burma, $32,000 for a transgender comic in Peru, $3 million to the BBC of all things, $1.5 million to DEI programs in Serbia, $20 million for an Iraqi version of Sesame Street, $56 million to the Egyptian Tourism Board, $27 million to George Soros' legal fund, and $70,000 to fund a DEI musical in Ireland, and also 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree, etc. I jest, of course, there was no geese laying, but there were apparently lots of trans ladies dancing. This week I should also apologise for being a day or two late. I'm in Philadelphia and was busy watching them win the Super Bowl, although for what it's worth, whilst America was distracted with that, the rest of the country was apparently also distracted when the president said he was planning to eliminate the Department of Education, eliminate the production of new penny coins, and there was also quite a shocking report that came out suggesting that Josh Shapiro, the guy that Kamala Harris almost picked as her vice president, was actually involved in the Trump assassination plot last summer, so quite the week really. Anyway, talking of which, I'll see you next week. If you like these, click subscribe.